how do we as humans have such, how can we think in general? Like, do you think other animals have an inner monologue or even think about thinking like I am right now? To me, that's kind of magic, you know? Like, it's kind of magic. Like, why do I, the fact that we can even conjure up thoughts, let alone know different languages, hundreds of different ways for us to communicate with each other that have thousands of words. These words can make someone upset with something, with the way that I align them. How does something audible have an impact on your body? If I said something, I hate bananas, I don't, but I hate bananas, and somebody really, really likes bananas, that just made them mad because they like bananas, or not really, but my vibrations went into your nervous system and distressed it. I mean, I guess other animals are like, they make certain noises, which is like an alert and stuff like that, so they have communication too, so that's not weird or anything. But for me to even sit here and like conjure up a thought to share, it's crazy to me. Like, I align them in a certain way that nobody else will align them. Yeah, I am not saying this in the right way at all. I can align certain vibrations in a way that can stick with your head forever. You'll never forget it. The specific way I align it can scar the tissue in your brain, like yelling, screaming, and cussing, and being abusive. Is that not magic? I use my vibrations and I can bother you? Vibrations from my throat? Like, do you think the Egyptians actually moved blocks with vibrations and sound and stuff? Like siphoning it in a certain way where it can move things? I don't know. But why can we think ourselves like to death essentially? Heartbreak can kill us. And then if somebody hums or uses these like vibration skin folds in a certain way, it can like make you feel crazy because, I mean, music like can affect your nerves in a certain way where you feel tingly or you feel upset or you feel happy, all from like striking chords or using your vocal cord vibrations. And all of that makes movies like Shrek masterpieces that stick with us forever. Like how universal, how hundreds and hundreds of words, hundreds of different languages and ways to format it. God, magic. I could ruin your whole day right now if I said something. Change your entire energy for the entire day. So there has to be some sort of energy or something like that exists, because when you walk into a room and you feel someone, like you can feel when somebody's upset. You can feel when somebody is genuine or somebody is lying. You can like feel when somebody's a bad person. I have like a really bad fear of heights. Is that a common fear? Even on the second floor, I kind of get woozy. Like it feels like my body is gonna lose balance and fall over. And let's say you told me, let's say you didn't tell me what floor we were at and I didn't know, I would be unaffected. But just knowing that I'm 10 feet off the ground is too much somehow. I went to Vegas with the lady and we were in the mall, and this mall has like 4 floors or something in the Caesar's Palace, I guess. And we went up to the second floor and went around, and we had to go up this spiral escalator thing, and I just couldn't do it. I got like nauseous and sick. I felt like I was gonna fall over, like hot flashes. And I'd like try to deep breathe and coping mechanisms to try and help, but it doesn't do anything. Well, maybe it does. It's just really big fear. I go to Castles and Coasters to go play pinball, and the pinball is on the top floor. And the floor is like 10 feet wide, 5 feet wide, 2 like railings, and it's the second floor, and you can see down on the other side of the arcade. It's cool, but I can't play comfortably, no matter how many times I go. Or I go to the mall, and if I can see in my peripherals down the second floor, I get like physically uncomfortable. I can tell myself I'm safe 100 times over. I can watch videos on how safe the buildings are made, but it doesn't do anything because there's something I can do that can help. Maybe the VR training, like using VR to go on certain heights, but I don't know. It's very embarrassing to me because I can push through a lot of other things, but the height's just the physical response. Like, man, what if I just want to go on a rope climbing course or something? You know what I mean? Why can't I just have fun like everybody else? Why can't I go on to the top floor of whatever, you know? It's like genuinely uncomfortable. I can't even play pinball on the second floor. Like if I fell from 10 feet, I'd be okay. I'm sure I'd be alright, be alive. But I mean, I still go there to play pinball down there. I'm really uncomfortable and I wanna, everything in my body wants to run away, not jump. Everything in my body wants to go back downstairs. But I try to force myself. It makes me think the evil spirits, the ethereal ones, are messing with me. Shadow people. But driving a race car, oh my god. Well, I had a street car, but it's faster than my Pathfinder. That's for damn sure. The instructor was cool too. He would like put his hand in my elbow to stop me from turning so I would turn later. I thought that was cool. And he was actually helping and actually teaching and actually telling me something within the hour that I was there or whatever. But it's nice when people are like yappy and they're like comfortable with you. Like I didn't even have to say anything. He could just carry the whole conversation. I loved it. But I just can't imagine like prototype cars, the LMP cars. Oh, it's like a 400-pound lady sitting on you while you drive, I bet. Oh my goodness. And these turns like that. I can't imagine going 90 through a turn. Do you think magic is real? It's just like, I remember seeing something about Adventure Time saying that there was a certain magic that doesn't work anymore because people stop believing. What if we have like straight up wizards and stuff, like Moses or whatever, seeing the burning bush, his stick turning into a snake, him literally parting thousands of tons of water. Where are the wizards? Wizards? Rango? Oh my god, I love Rango. A lizard lying about his identity, getting himself into too much, and actually like pulling through somehow. It's by the luck. Die in a scared rollover wreck because I drive an SUV. But hey, I don't like limited edition flavors, because if I like it, then I can't get it again. That's really frustrating to me. Or like pumpkin spice, where it's seasonal. You can only have it at this certain time of the month, certain time of the year. It's frustrating. Ooh, limited time offer. Let me try it before it leaves so I can spend the rest of my life sad because I can't try it again. I am not trying limited time foods. Remember when I was a kid, I got into a car accident and we were just going grocery shopping and my mom bought like these Cheetos. I guess I wanted them, but they made your tongue blue. And I was so excited that I had to open them immediately. So I was eating them, and I wouldn't put my seatbelt on because I guess I saw somewhere that it wasn't cool or something stupid. But my mom was running late to the teacher conference meeting, and she took a left, and a white Mustang ran the red light and hit us, and the car spun a few times out onto the other side of the road, which was like perfect because it was the corner. It was like turning into neighbors. It was like turning into neighborhoods. So it wasn't like really in the way people could go around. It wasn't in the middle of the street. Almost. We got hit in the middle of the street. We spun out of it. Street. After that, I couldn't eat Cheetos for like the longest time. What was crazy was the car that we were in was blue. I don't think that has anything to do with it, but eating blue Cheetos, getting into a car accident in a blue car. Car accident stories, I guess. Another car accident with my sister. My mom had sole custody of me, and my dad got me every other weekend. So on that weekend, my sister went to come pick me up, but I guess she was gonna go to her boyfriend's, not go to her boyfriend's, but go with her boyfriend's beer farm, like a horror event thing. So she picked me up and said, "Do you want to hang out with your niece and nephew?" I was like, "Yeah, dude." Hung out with the nephew and he showed me, hung out with the nephew, and he showed me a snake, which pooped on her. It was pretty cool. White corn snake and doo-dooing on her. We went to Albertsons, they said, "Oh, do you want to go get snacks and food while we're gone?" So we went and got like corn dogs and Skittles and Canada Dry and lemon heads, like huge bags. And on the way back, it was like nighttime. We took a left at the light. He was out in the middle and he took a left on like the yellow or the red. And I guess the truck was just going to run it. And he took it as the truck was running it. We got T-boned again. I just remember my sister screaming his name. It's like kind of traumatizing. Jeez, but got hit, and I was like, I remember it was like a flashbang after, like I like blacked out for a split second while it hit us. Flashbang, concussion, grenade, and I'm sitting there dazed, and I'm like, oh, gotta get out of the car. And I'm like sitting on top of my niece because I was sitting in the middle. And I remember I like fought to sit on the side. They made me sit in the middle. And the fact that I sat in the middle, I didn't sit in the middle because I didn't want to sit in the middle. And the fact that I didn't sit in the middle was the reason I didn't get hurt. I was like sitting on top of my niece because they hit us up so hard and we weren't wearing the seatbelt. And I was like sitting on top of her, and I opened the car door and like slid out. onto the ground. And then I sat up on the thing and somebody's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm okay, but I don't know if they're okay. Dazed, because there was like a truck hitting Chevy Tracker. Like, oh my god, we're lucky to be alive. It was like the Pontiac version or whatever, but my sister shattered her pelvis. No, there's not two. She shattered her pelvis on both sides, so she had a long time to recover, years. Her boyfriend had internal bleeding, concussions, and like his eyebrow was bleeding, so they had to stitch his eyebrow, and then they put him on a gurney with his neck all strapped up. Me, they were just poking an IV in my arm over and over, trying to find the vein. They're like, you're such a champ. There's bikers that can't handle needles. Is that just ass kissing, or is that true? Yeah, such a big man. Getting an IV, so it's a big boy. What the fuck? This was like 7th grade. And I get to the hospital, we go into the room, they check me out. I remember I was like chubby, so I had like, what's the word? There's no other way to put it. I just had man boobs, so I was really embarrassed. And even there, in a life-threatening situation, I guess, I still didn't want to take my shirt off, so they're like, you either take it off or I cut it off. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, just take it off. But after that embarrassing fiasco in my mind, didn't really fight it at all. I like walked myself into the hospital too. Everybody else was on a gurney. We get into the hotel room, not hotel room, we get into the hospital. We get into the hospital room and my dad calls. My dad was like crazy. Holy cow, I got away from him, thank God. But my dad calls, says, what are you doing? Where are you? Because I'm guessing my sister didn't tell him we were going to my nieces and nephews, which I thought she would, because I wouldn't have done that if she didn't. Wouldn't have gone with her, but I guess I didn't really have a choice because she was like bigger in the car. She picked me up and kind of just took me there. So, where are you? What are you doing? I said, we got into a car accident. I'm at the hospital right now. He says, why didn't anyone tell me what's going on? He was like flipping out, screaming at me. And my stepdad like took the phone. My stepdad had like 2 years in 7th grade. He took the phone and defended me because I was like in shock. It was a really hard wreck. And I remember going home, just wanting to go home and stay in my own bed. Like I didn't want to go to my dad's because I to sleep on the couch with no comforts. He's not going to help me. I'm not. What if I just wake up and I'm like not okay anymore? I wanted to go home, be at home where I feel safe, not at his house where I didn't feel safe. So I went home and then slept. And the next morning he came and got me, and he was taking me to the hospital to see my sister. And I had whiplash, and I should have had like a sling or something because my arm, I had to hold it up for it to feel okay, my shoulder blade. And I'm like walking around with my shoulder up, a bit silly, and I don't know, I just remember him like not paying attention at all, like not giving a f that I'm a part of that too. Like it was like I was viewed as an adult that was just strong enough to take it, or something, or you have to be strong enough to take it. Man, I just wanted to be comfortable. I got into an insane wreck. It was very traumatizing. I get screamed at after. Go home, nervous about wanting to be in my own space. Just to be picked up and dragged around to go places that he wasn't even allowed to be in. My sister wanted him out of the room because he was so insufferable. Like, dude just always had to start problems and make something about him. And, oh. Yeah, well, I got you the right place. I hooked you up with the right hospital. It's like, dude, you had no part of nothing. Shut up. Like, that's the type of energy he would bring in there. I don't remember if she kicked him out when I was there, but I do remember sitting in the hospital room like, I'm a part of this shit too. Why am I being dragged around and going to places after that? That's probably not good for me. What if I just have some sort of concussion or something? I just like get sick immediately and need some sort of help. I guess we're in the hospital, but I need to be home resting, not driving around doing things after. I think that's wrong. And yeah, it's like, oh, well, why didn't you tell him you're tired? But this type of relationship is like, I'm tired, I don't want to do that. Well, too bad, we need to do There is no what you want. Never is what you want, even food or water.